Welcome back to another video. I'm your trader Sam, and today I want to talk to you about what I can see potentially unfolding next for Bitcoin. Which direction are we going to go? Are we going to go up to test 37,000 where we do have large resistance, or are we going to go back down and test some of the zones that we did break out of? I'm going to be covering all of that in this update. Before I jump into it, guys, please remember I am not a financial advisor. Anything I say in this video is for educational purposes, and you know what to do. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button, guys. Let's build this channel up together. Now let's crack on. So after this massive pump that we had all the way up to roughly 36K, we've been trading sideways and price is starting to constrict a little. So we've been going sideways for the last few days, and you can see that we've taken liquidity from this high right over here. Now, something that happens very often when you're trading inside of a range for Bitcoin is it likes to come and take liquidity from both sides of the market before going off in its direction, either higher or lower. Now, in this instance, because it's come up and it's taken liquidity from the upside before the downside, it does lead me to believe that we are going to end up going higher. So you go high and then low, and then you proceed to go higher. Now, oftentimes we'll see things happening in the other way as well. You'll actually take liquidity from beneath, and then you'll take liquidity from up top, and then you'll end up actually breaking out to the downside. We do have some other confluences building up to give me this overall view of what is likely to happen as well. So you can see here on the ES S&P 500, this is a fixed range that goes all the way back to December last year. So a lot of data is being taken into consideration here. Obviously, the higher time frame that you have and the more data that you are looking at, the more powerful the move can be. So we have this point of control here at 4,142. You can see price being very respected at this level for both support and resistance. So we're coming down there now, and we are, just moments away from touching that level. We're very close to it. And we do have this bullish bat pattern as well on the daily, and when matched up with confluence, these can be pretty powerful. So we're very close to getting to that level. Also, guys, you can see we've had this big corrective move for the S&P 500 since let's say the 10th, 12th of this month, right? So it is about time that we do get a bit of a relief rally for the ES. If we also look at the DXY, we are at resistance. We've been pumping. The DXY has been pumping since July, really. It has stalled since the 3rd of October. It has been going sideways. And it does look a little bit like it's consolidating beneath this resistance level. And that can sometimes be quite bullish when you do have consolidation beneath a resistance zone. However, we have slightly made, we've made a lower high and then a slight lower low. However, that is a bit of a failed attempt. But overall, because the ES is at support, I am going to assume that the DXY is not going to successfully break this resistance level. Unless the ES does actually lose this support level here, then I'm still going to have my bias that this resistance at $107 is going to be held firmly for the DXY. So, okay, if that obviously if we break this level right now, then obviously that goes the same for the ES, right? Then we could expect the ES to lose the point of control. It's not that one will go before the other. It's just that if we do start to see a rise here for the ES, I do think that the DXY will get rejected at some point as well. I mean, a slight delay can happen, but generally they do follow each other. So, for example, when you see the ES at resistance, you usually see the DXY at support, and vice versa, which is what we're seeing right now. So yeah, alerts set at these levels, 33,697, 33,200. If we do come down to these levels, I'm going to be checking the reaction, seeing what's happening for the ES and DXY. And so long that everything looks good, we get that bullish reaction that we want, price coming down, failing to stay beneath, closing back above, We can either be aggressive and get right in at that zone as it's above, or we can wait for that retest to confirm that it's holding before we get that potential move to the upside. And the same thing is going to be if we come down to this level down here, guys, where we wait for that reaction. You know, we wait for that reaction, the failed attempt. We either get in as price comes back up, or we wait for a bit of that confirmation on the back test of that level to get in for a potential rise. And the same can be said, guys, when we do come up to eventually fill this wick up here. That's my next level that I will be looking at. I'm not too interested in these two highs over here. However, I still will be looking at them. I'll obviously still look at them, but my main level of interest will be this high up here, seeing the reaction, because if we do have a failed attempt, we could get a huge rejection there, okay? But yeah, that's the level that I'm looking at next. We do have a bit of confluence at this NPOC level at 37,000 as well. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So if we take this low to this high, this is the Fibonacci extension tool. Let's just get rid of all these levels. Actually, let's do this again. Let's get rid of the mess that we've drawn here just so we can make it nice and clear for you. Okay, so we have this low here to this high, back down to the low. Where does that take us? You can see that the 1618 extension takes us basically to 37K, where we have an MPOC level, and we have been speaking about this level on the channel for some time. As you can see, it's very close to the monthly and value area low of this range that we broke down from. Guys, if you're looking for the best exchanges to do your trading on, personally, I use Mexi and Bybit. I've been using Bybit pretty much the whole time I've been a trader, but I've also recently started to use Mexi because it has the lowest fees across the whole board. There is not an exchange out there that has lower fees, and it has a very good user interface just like Bybit. So right now you can claim up to $20,000 worth in bonuses, and you can also claim up to $30,000 worth in bonuses on Bybit. If you're finding value from the content I'm providing, I highly suggest you look at our Legends trading community, where we do have 25% off forever with code LEGENDARY25. You can find the links for all of these in the description. Within the Legends community, myself and the other coach Andy there, we give much more in-depth analysis, much more frequent and live in the time as well. It's much more beneficial to the community. So that brings us to the end of this Bitcoin update, guys. I hope you did find value. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.